So we're often told by Western chauvinists that Islam is brutal and repressive and evil and all the racist boogeyman nonsense. But there is a really simple way to dispel the Western narrative of violent Islamic aggression in West Asia by, simply going over history. Let's have a look at the history of violent aggression in West Asia and see who exactly is causing all this instability. 1096, France leads the First Crusade to capture Jerusalem. 1147, France leads the Second Crusade to colonize Syria. 1189, Britain and France lead the Third Crusade to capture Palestine. The Fourth Crusade, I'm just going to skip ahead, we'll be here all day. 1270, France leads the Eighth Crusade. But then in 1291, the Ottoman Empire finally defeats the invading Europeans, ending 200 years of crusades in West Asia, and peace reigns in the region for 500 years because the Ottomans aren't colonizing the area, they simply rule it while letting people, including Palestinians, have peaceful autonomy. That is until 1798. France invades Egypt and Syria. 1801, Britain invades Egypt. This one is especially funny because it's the Brits fighting the French over who gets to unjustly occupy the region. So much for Western civilization, am I right? France invades Algeria and begins colonizing. 1856, Britain invades Iran. 1882, Britain invades Egypt again and begins colonizing. 1915, Britain invades Iraq. 1917, Britain invades Palestine, ending 500 years of peace there. 1917, Britain installs the Saud family as a puppet government in Arabia. 1920, France invades Syria again. 1941, Britain invades Iraq again. It's worth pointing out at this point that in the entire 900 years of history we have just covered, no one in West Asia has ever invaded Britain or France. Anyway, 1948, Britain, France and the United States invade Palestine and begin European colonization under the Israel Project. 1956, Britain, France and Israel invade Egypt to control the Suez Canal. 1967, Israel invades and occupies Sinai, Golan Heights, the West Bank and East Jerusalem. 1969, Israel invades Egypt again. 1973, Egypt and Syria try to end the Israeli colonial project. The West labels them as violent aggressors who refuse to let their neighbour just live in peace. How dare they? 1978, Israel invades southern Lebanon. 1982, Israel invades deeper into Lebanon. 1993, Israel invades Lebanon a third time. 2006, Israel invades Lebanon a fourth time. 2008, Israel invades the Gaza Strip. 2014, Israel invades and massacres Gaza again. 2021, Israel begins raids into Gaza to kidnap and kill Palestinians and journalists, including Shireen Abu Akleh. 2023, Gaza strikes back at Israel, and the West decry this horrible and unprovoked act of aggression against sweet, innocent Israel. Israel then goes on to commit live-stream genocide for 3 years. Yeah. When you look at the whole history, it's pretty clear that the West has always been the cause and perpetrator of war and instability in West Asia. And to say Islam is the cause of Middle Eastern instability without taking into account the 1,000 years of endless European invasions is not only a wrong analysis, it's a really fucking lazy one. Anyway, something to think about.